There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
1, 2.
What are we waiting for?
Check me out right here, yo.
Do it. How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? We ain't gonna get into it. We got to take it. They want a blackout. We gonna give them a blackout. Stay together and keep fighting. Down. Look. Do everything they move. Touchdown. Brian Westbrook. He scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get into it all day. Relentless. Are you spirit? Are you power? Are you love? Give me what you got. Right now. You ain't ready for a fight? Go ahead and go home. This gonna be the full court. A fight. We always win when we fight together. That's how winning is done.
Now get out there and do it. There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here. Win.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is. It's the flight. Another episode. We in the postseason flight. Wild card weekend. Welcome to the show. Philly Stand Up, Man Cave, Most Feel ENT. As you can see, the big dogs here. Big Mike. What up, Mike?
What's going on?
Yo. So, as I always do, the flight. It's the only bird that flies through a storm instead of away from it. A storm allows an eagle to enter a space it cannot normally reach in good weather. Now, let me explain something to y'all. Mike's got his banner up, but everybody know that Big Mike is a Browns fan. But I got Mike on today in this first wild card win with the Packers and the Eagles because Mike did predict the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. So Mike, my dog, is an honorary Eagle, so he's here talking this with me. It's the flight, y'all. We here. Mike, the game just ended. As Josh Sweat would say, it got close, brother. It was close.
It did get close. Hey, what up, Scully? What up, Jesus? Daniel Barry? What's going on, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, look, yeah, that shit was close for y'all. That was damn. A little close for comfort, but yeah, Jalen looked like he was still having symptoms of that concussion.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit out there, and that's why it scared me when he kept running. I'm like, why does this dude keep running the ball? You know, chill out, don't do that shit.
Yeah,
don't do it. No, don't do it.
No, don't.
No.
No, don't do it. No, but Jalen's a tough dude. Like, I gotta give him props. He's a tough dude. He looked a little cobwebby for 3 quarters. He definitely looked cobwebby. But Mike, you know what they say? It's the playoffs, and you just gotta win. Just win, just baby win, right?
Just win. That W doesn't matter if it's a point or 100. Doesn't matter. It's a dub.
And for anybody that think I was nervous at all, let me play a little music for y'all. Like, yeah, get your head bobbed. You heard it here first. Jesus starting off. Scully, how would this Eagles defense do versus Niners 2023? I mean, that's the whole breakdown of this team, this game, right? We've been talking about it all week, all season. Jalen Hurts doesn't have to be a superstar. Saquon can have an average game. A.J. Brown's on the sideline reading motivational books. Like, it's just like, bruh, we got the number one defense, youngest number one defense ever, best Eagles defense since 1994. I mean, this defense can stack against anybody, but at the end of the day, we're going to see if that's true because the Packers was just a little stepping stone to what the Eagles are going to face. It's going to get much harder, right, Mike? It's definitely going to get harder.
Listen, and you don't even know which way it's going to go yet. That's what's up in the air here. You got the Bucks and the Commanders playing. If the Commanders win, you play the winner of the Rams-Vikes. The Bucks win, you got a rematch of last year, and what the hell could happen? You don't know, but hey, I guess you're gonna find out. We were talking before this. You want that rematch. You want to finally get one over on them. Are you more confident now that you watched your team play a game, or are you sitting back a little bit like, all right, I'm hoping we can regroup a little more?
I mean, I'm looking at this entire game against the Packers. I was just about to say it. Normal guys talking that real shit. Cooper and Quinion Mitchell are the most exciting rookie cornerbacks that have ever been drafted. And when you go from last to first, finally Howie Roseman, man, hit the lotto with these two dudes. That's the only reason why this team can win a Super Bowl. Jalen, you know I love Jalen, but I'm upset with Jalen Hurts. But at the end of the day, 3-week absence, maybe a little cobwebs. The fact that we win in these games against good, really good teams like the Packers without any production from A.J. Brown, a little bit of production from Devontae, a little bit from Goddard, Jalen shaky. I mean, it can only go up from here. They can't have – I feel like this is just one step to getting where it needs to get. I mean, Nolan Smith, big game for him. He's stepping up. 2 sacks for Nolan Smith today. We have a big loss, though, going forward. Dean caught a big injury, and he got carted off, but hopefully he's good. I mean, Jalen's holding the ball again, and we know when Jalen is not in his rhythm, it looks like he's holding the ball a lot. And the line, he's got 3 Pro Bowl linemen on the line, the best line in football. So there's positivity in this game. 22-10 at home, defense dominating, but we got to see what's going on with Dean. And obviously you got to look, A.J. Brown is not going to have a game like that again, Mike. So I do want to play the Bucks because I feel like on this road to the championship, you got to go through all your nemesis. And the Bucks have been our nemesis since Tom Brady taking Jalen out his first year, and then Baker Mayfield smacking us last year. We're not scared. We're not running, Mike. We got to go through the Bucks. Got to.
I agree with you on that. And going back to your point about Roseman and what he's done, to be honest, to me, the key acquisitions is Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that's what it is, because Nick Sirianni's trash. Look, I don't give a shit what he's done this year. That dude is trash. But Rosenhaus, he put the right coordinators there to help him do what he needs to do. And that's why this team is starting to take off more. Plus Barkley, the good drafting, but those coordinators, I believe, are the key.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jesus, if he's so garbage, I mean, why is this team scoring all these points and doing the thing? I mean, Kellen Moore is not, as an offensive coordinator, he doesn't seem to be too garbage. He was with the Cowboys, but you got to think what the Cowboys had. They didn't have shit.
Fire Nick and get Ben Johnson. I think
I'm all right with that too. Ben Johnson would be a nice pickup.
I think Nick is gone regardless. He's just a poster boy right now. We're going to send him right down the street back to New York. As far as Kellen Moore, I don't think he's the greatest offensive coordinator, but he's working. Damn, look at the weapons on the Eagles. Like, everybody want to hate on the Birds. I'm just waiting for them Giants fans to jump on here and hate on them. They got the most weapons in the league. I mean, you got to be a silly-ass coordinator to not be able to get Saquon Barkley going, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Goddard, Jalen, best line in football. I mean, not a genius thing to do, but Kellen Moore is finding a way to do it. I think something that he's going to have to open up. Obviously, he's going to have to open. I think A.J. is going to have – you're never going to see a game like this in the playoffs for A.J. But the good thing about A.J., he got his book. He got his motivational book over there. He like, if y'all not going to throw me the ball, I'm going to read my motivational book. I'm not going to say dumb shit in the press conference. But they got to find a way to start throwing the ball to Saquon Barkley because he could open up a lot of this offense as well. So Kellen Moore, Jesus, I'm not going to say garbage, but can he get better? For sure, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, and you just got a good point. The Eagles defense is making the offense look good, getting them great field position, making sure there you don't have to go from their 5 and 10 yard line and try to drive down the field. They have amazing field position with turnovers or just 3 and outs.
Mhm.
So yes, you're absolutely right with that, Jesus. That defense has done its job very well. Vic Fangio has done his damn job, and he deserves that gold star AAA type rating.
Yeah, that's who I
Because of what
think.
he's done.
That's instead. I like Ben Johnson, but I feel like for real, come on, it has Vic Fangio. Go ahead and bring Vic. Just keep it in house. Go ahead and bring. He earned it. Let's bring Vic Fangio down on the sideline. Let him
Remember
coach
what he
this
did
team.
with the Broncos, though? Listen, you got to take take one from Jay.
Yeah.
If you're a coordinator and you're good at doing your coordinator shit, stay doing coordinator shit.
Yeah.
Because he tried the head coaching shit. He can't do it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, was he a head coach? And you're right, he was with the
Yeah.
Broncos. So like we always say with the man cave during the week is keep the main thing the main thing. That's some Jalen Hurts talk. Don't try to overdo shit. Keep that man where he's supposed to be. As far as normal guys saying Zach Bond, I'm gonna run through real quick some Pro Bowlers, give some props to the Eagles Pro Bowlers this year. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd Pro Bowl. Should be up for offenses. Should be up for MVP. Yeah,
Only
3.
his 3rd. That's crazy.
That's it, because he never could finish his season.
Well, he was hurt.
2018.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
That's crazy. 2018, 2022, and this year. Saquon, Offensive Player of the Year, hands down, should be the MVP, but we know that's going to a quarterback. Check this out, normal guys. Zach Bond, 1st Pro Bowl. So I'm giving Zach Bond, because he is the 1st Pro Bowl, he's the leader. Him and Jalen Carter are the leaders on his defense. I think that Zach Bond should be Most Improved Player of the Year by far. Like, bro, I mean, Mike.
Over Sam Darnold?
I mean,
Come on now.
I mean, Sam get a Pro Bowl nod? I don't know if Sam went to the Pro Bowl. Did he get a nod? Yo, normal guy.
He might have got a nod because you got to think there's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't going to play in it.
But Mike, at the end of the day, think about it. I know Sam Darnold, quarterback. I know. Mike,
it's not even the quarterback. It's just that dude was trash, and then all of a sudden, he is what he is now.
But we even said it itself. I feel like any average quarterback would have been able to succeed in that offense with that offensive coordinator. Now, did we see Zach Bond going to the Pro Bowl? We didn't even know who he was, though.
Well, and hey, shit like that. Big round of applause for shit like that. But
yeah, no, I get
most
you.
improved. I don't know about that yet.
Yeah, but maybe defensive. I'll give you okay. If they got an offensive improved player, it would be Sam. Defense would be Zach Bond because of even what normal guys saying. He is really the anchor. The Eagles always had it. This is the Eagles' strength this year, and how it hasn't been a strength for 20 years is linebackers. We never want to draft linebackers. We finally got 2 linebackers. Hopefully, Nakobe Dean's all right. So Jalen Carter, 1st Pro Bowl. He's the real star on this defense. Landon Dickerson, we all know, best, one of the best, really, really coming in there. His 3rd Pro Bowl. Lane Johnson, best lineman in the league. Cam Jurgens taking over for Jason Kelsey, Pro Bowl. So those are the.
Quinyon Mitchell didn't make a Pro Bowl?
I know, right? No,
that makes me feel like he might not get defensive, rookie defensive player of the year then. Because did Jared Verse? That's some craziness going on there.
I ain't even think about that. You're right. I'm glad you could. That's why Mike is the honorary Eagle on the flight today, bro. You see, you know what I mean? I told him, Mike, where's your card at? Where's your Eagles card at? You got to show him something, bro. Come on now. Oh, you got to find a box. Look, Mike, we know he's a guy. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, you ain't going to see it because of the damn.
Oh, that's all right, but I believe.
Right there it is. Jalen Carter right there. Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Philly, bro. Mike know what it is. Like, my second home is 216. Mike got love for the Eagles. That's why he flying.
Little Devontae Smith rookie card.
Oh, that joint raw. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's the hologram. Yeah. Yeah. So, Mike, let's go into some stats for the game. It was It was a defensive game at the end of the day. It started off with it, man. Look, anytime, like you said, this game may have been way different. Anytime you have a kickoff and then you fumble the kickoff to start the game off, and the team gets the ball back on the other side. What's up, Mama?
How you doing, Ma?
Happy Sunday, Mama. Anytime you fumble the ball and the other on the road, and you give the other team is obviously going to get the ball back at halftime. You give the ball up on the 20-yard line. You already climbing a big mountain, right, Mike? That was a big dagger to the Packers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you start like that and you already got to start going uphill, it's a problem, especially with the injuries you have. Love's limping around. Your offense, your wide receivers are in shambles. It's already problems.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, we routing them. Because again, like I said it, and Jay and y'all was right. Week one in Brazil means nothing in January, right? We saw that. The Eagles put up 35 on the Packers without a preseason game, no starters playing in Brazil with 3 turnovers. Completely opposite game. Now, when they say, I don't know, Jesus said that. Jesus said the defense is carrying the Eagles. I get it. The offense, I get it. But at the end of the day, we keep having this talk, Mike. You know, we're not seeing a lot of fireworks on offense except for Saquon Barkley. But what we are seeing are no turnovers. That's key.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a turnover in this game, if Jalen turns the ball over in this game, you probably hosting this shit yourself tonight. So.
Yeah, he hasn't turned the ball over, the last 8 games or something? I think it was 5 games.
Yeah.
And it's like a record for him to not have turned the ball over.
Yeah, we see y'all in the chat. This is All the Flight Eagles show, but check in Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. The Man Cave takes over weekly shows. We're going to get into all them other games. Mike, we're going to run through some stats. They're not pretty, but you tell me what you think about them. Jalen Hurts, 13 for 21, 131 yards, 6.2 average yards, 2 touchdowns, fourth quarter. Well, 1 on the first drive, 1 on the last drive, no interceptions. Quarterback rating 111.4. Didn't make any mistakes, wasn't spectacular, found guys at the right time, didn't even use his major weapon in A.J. Brown, and they put up 22 points. How you feel about the mediocre, but the game by Jalen Hurts that's mediocre, but gets them to the next round?
I mean, we were talking and we said they would have to, the defense would probably have to carry Jalen a little bit. He could have this type of game as long as Saquon got his 100-something yards, did his damage, and the defense did theirs. My problem is if you said 6.2 yards average, that's crazy for a quarterback. That's all he averaged yards-wise every time the completion was made. And that's crazy.
Everything was to Goddard. We got Goddard, 4 catches, 47 yards, 24 yards. The longest pass was 28 yards. That was to Devontae. 4 catches, 55 yards. Devontae, 28, longest 28 yards, targeted 4 times. Goddard, 47 yards, longest 24 yards, touchdown, 6 targets. Jahan Dotson. Now, this is my thing. This is the secret weapon that the Eagles have had in their back pocket, and Jalen has not used this weapon. If Jalen wants to be a Super Bowl quarterback and take that next level and hoist that Lombardi, he has got to figure out a way to get Jahan Dotson the ball. That would be 4 to 5 weapons, Mike. You know what I mean?
He has to do what he did today, but include A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
And look, Jesus, you're absolutely right. Eagles' offense is not imposing themselves, and you can see what the stat normal guy throws up. 2 and 11 on 3rd down. And that stat right there is absolutely horrible.
At the end of the day, y'all right. I mean, and you got to give credit to the Packers. The Packers defense coming into the league, we thought this would be one of the best defenses. This defense is good, and they played really good ball over the last few weeks. So this ain't the same defense that was in Brazil. I feel like they put a blanket on the deep shit. They wasn't letting none of the deep shit. And the routes are simple, but when you have one of the best route runners in the game and Devontae Smith, it could be simple. When you got one of the most physical receivers in the league in AJ, it can be simple. When you got Jalen Hurts, who isn't the best deep ball thrower, you got to keep shit simple. When you got Saquon Barkley, you want to keep it simple. I think that's what they're doing. They're not going to turn over the ball. You know, if we get into a shootout, then we know we got the weapons to get in that shootout with AJ. That's when you really start to feed AJ with those big shootout games. Detroit, Minnesota. But like Jesus said, we may not see a shootout because if this number one defense keeps playing like this, we've seen teams win a Super Bowl with terrible offenses. Ravens. Who else, Mike? Who else had an average offense and won a Super Bowl besides the Ravens with Joe Flacco? Can you think of one?
Well, I wouldn't say it was an average offense. I mean, you had the Buccaneers. They had Brad Johnson, but you also had the weapons.
Yeah, worked on.
That defense is what did it for them. The Giants.
Yeah.
Eli Manning and those weapons, they weren't. I mean, Tiki Barber was the guy you knew.
Right.
You didn't know a lot of them other guys. You know, Marlon Manningham. I mean, Cruz, Tyree, they weren't like blowing numbers off the page type guys. So, yeah, it wasn't for Eli. It was a reverse. It was like the reverse of what happened with the Ravens. Like the Bears. The Bears had Rex Grossman, and they had no offense really. You know, the Ravens had old boy and nothing.
Yeah.
Look at Almighty talking this shit.
Oh, I already know Finesse was gonna come on here. Finesse, we don't gotta be scary. You know why?
Just gotta get dubs.
We booking another ticket. We book it. Book another ticket. Right?
You staying home. You home again next week.
Home again. Number one defense in the league. Jalen still got cobwebs in his head. Didn't use AJ Brown. I mean, Jake Elliott can't make an extra point field goal. We don't got to be scary. All we got to do is win 3 more. And then in the offseason, every time Finesse on here, you know what it is, Giant. You already know.
Well, you talk about you all not scary. I mean, what are the Giants doing? They're looking real scary sitting in Mexico somewhere. Scary as fuck.
This the flight. We talking about flying, Mike. We not talking about midget walking. Stop it, man. We don't say that word on this show. Come on, man. Keep that shit for the week. Keep that shit for during the week. But yeah, you know, like y'all said though, the Giants, great defense. Eli Manning, complimentary. The Ravens with Joe Flacco. A defense and a running game. And mind you, name me a team that won a Super Bowl with the defense that the Eagles have, with the running back that they have, and then Jalen Hurts ain't the greatest quarterback. He's a hot and cold quarterback, but look at the receivers he's got, like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Like, we all watched the Super Bowl. We could see Jalen Hurts putting up 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. We've seen it before, right, Mike?
You have seen it, and we saw it last year. Brock Purdy isn't the greatest quarterback, but look at the weapons he has. Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Kittles, and then CMC as your running back. So you saw it last year. They didn't get to finish the job.
Yeah, they hit the brick wall. We had 8 straight games of now. Well, you go from the last defense to the best defense in the league, and now you see the difference. It is true. Like when you do hit the wall offensively, you got that defense to carry you. But like my Finesse, right though. I'm gonna give Jalen. This is my last pass for Jalen. This is my last game pass. He will not get a pass from me going forward. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that he was 3 games rusty, 2.5 games. Maybe he had a major concussion, kind of foggy. He looked foggy most of the game. He was holding the ball. My daughter's funny. She's 4 years old, Mike. And I'm yelling like, bruh, you got the best offensive line in football. 8 seconds they gave you. He's still holding the ball, take a sack. My daughter looks at me and be like, why is he holding the ball in his pocket? I'm like, yeah, it looked like he had the football in his pocket. He couldn't pull that bitch out. Throw it.
Stashing his hand warmer.
Yeah, in the warmer. I got one over. Yeah, like he had the football in the warmer. I looked at my daughter and said, damn, I'm saying that tonight. That's dope. I mean, he holding the ball. You could just see it's a lot of rust. But like Mike said, Brock Purdy, You know, how close was he to getting a Super Bowl? Real close. I mean,
Hey, there you go, normal guy. Another one. Broncos defense with that 2015. Peyton
Peyton
Manning
Manning.
wasn't Peyton Manning. He
Yeah,
only threw for 150 something yards in that game.
yeah,
He wasn't good that year. That wasn't like Manning we know, but he
yeah.
still did his thing, got the job done.
Finesse. Finally, some love, finesse. That's why I want to see that Goddard touchdown, bruh. That was like we seen Derrick Henry give people stiff arms. Like, bitch, he straight punk bitch that dude from the 40 all the way down the sideline. Holy shit. He just like, bruh, stop it. You're not, get off me, homie. Yeah, that shit was nasty. But at the end of the day, it's the playoffs. Like Mike said, it's the playoffs. Whatever you got to do to get to the next round, I will take a 22-10 game for the next 3 weeks. I will. I'll be happy. I'll take a 7-3 game for the next 3 weeks. Because it's all about winning, Mike. It's all about,
It's all about that W in the end. It can be sloppy, whatever. As long as you on the right side of that sloppy ass football game and you get the W, that's all that matters.
So let's talk about the good part of the game, and we'll get to some Packers stats that really, because we're going to talk about this Eagles defense, is not much Packers stats. Man, Reed Blankenship, 11 tackles, 7 solo. Just solid, man. Who would have thought? Nolan Smith, I see why he was drafted. It took him a while to turn around, Mike, turn the corner, but that edge rusher, Hassan Riddick, now we might be seeing another Hassan Riddick and Nolan Smith because of his quickness. 2 big sacks on the day, 8 tackles. Zach Bond, 8 tackles. Nakobe Dean got hurt. Like I said in the intro, that's key going forward. Quenya Mitchell, the only thing I seen from him, he had a pass interference, goofy one, but he caught a one-hand interception that was dumb. Darius Slay had a big interception. Jalen Carter, quiet day. Other than that, the Packers had like 9 holding penalties on Milton Williams. Like, they couldn't block nobody at all. So Mike, going to the Packers stats though, Jordan Love, 20 for 33, 212, 6 yards a pass, just like Jalen's. The big difference, quarterback rating, Jalen Hurts 111, Jordan Love 41, 3 picks. That's the difference. Now, mind you, guys want to say Jalen Hurts suck. Okay, I get it. So Jordan Love, one of the upcoming, top tier quarterbacks in the league. They have an opposite games. You seeing somebody who doesn't have to have a spectacular game, but knows how to win. And then you seeing somebody who, they had injuries, but you seeing somebody who Jordan Love just making bad throws. Maybe it was the elbow, Mike, that kind of beat him up. What'd you see in Jordan Love with them 3 picks? He didn't look too healthy out there, did he?
It looked like he was forcing a lot of it. A lot of passes were being forced. He was trying to do things. It took me back to the last drive against San Fran last year, where he forced that cross-body throw and he threw that pick at the end going down the field to try to beat him.
Yeah.
It felt like that. He was forcing a lot of throws and trying to put it in tight situations. He was trying to win the game when their game plan should have only been let Josh Jacobs do the job and then use Love as needed. Not, hey, we're going to do this or that. That's what needs to happen. Jacobs should have been their cowbell all game long. But, yeah, those 3 picks, that shit was horrible. Absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, I don't think they were able. Man, what about that run? You seen that run from Josh Jacobs, though? Woo, damn.
Yeah, Jacobs, he put on some shit, so keep letting the man do it.
Yeah, 18 rushes is not enough for Jacobs. 81 yards, 4.5 yards a carry. Yeah, he should have had 10 more carries. He had a touchdown. That 31-yarder, man, they were pulling on his jersey, pulling on his socks. They couldn't even get that boy down. He ran over the entire Eagles defense. I think that's the first time I've seen that all year. Like, he ran over Reed Blankenship. Like, oh shit.
He's been balling all year. Thing is like you said, 18 carries. The dude should have had 25. He should have 25 to 28 carries.
Yeah. Now, again, Mike, like he didn't really start getting going to the second half. The Eagles defense, the strength of the Eagles defense this year is last year we were good against the run. We couldn't stop the pass. Now you put these cornerbacks back there and these safeties, and Darius Slay just limps off every game, but he just keeps balling. Now you can't run, you can't pass. So it was like Josh Jacobs. I seen him try. They were feeding him. He just couldn't get going, and then they just felt like they were like the Packers. They kind of reached a little bit. They went into Jordan. Let's throw Jordan Love out there 33 times, and then in the third quarter, you started seeing Josh Jacobs pound a little more. But you're right. Maybe if they would have had the Eagles mentality in this game of let's just throw. Jalen's only going to throw 20 times. I don't even think he threw 20 times. Jalen had 21 throws. Jordan had 33, but Saquon had 7 more rushes than Josh Jacobs. Maybe like you said, if they would have came out and stuck with the run, they might have been able to find a little room to maybe get some points.
Yeah, if they would have started that earlier and then kept it up, like they started it too late. All of a sudden they wanted to start running the ball. If they would have kept that going earlier, it might have took away some of those turnovers that Love was doing and having to happen. And like Jesus says, look, a 1-2 punch at a running back position. Like say Saquon had that. Gaineswell, he's all right.
Yeah, he's good.
If you had another step up back there, I'm not going to say because Gibbs and Montgomery can go start anywhere. Those dudes will start anywhere. But if you had another guy that could be a solid starter somewhere back there behind Saquon or behind Jacobs, dude, I think teams need to do that more. Like when the Browns did it with Chubb and Hunt, I think that shit benefits the running back. Saquon might not run for 25 carries a game. He might be able to rest up a little more, but he's going to be fresher when he comes in.
Yeah. Josh is that cowbell. He don't have no. And you're right, Gainwell. I seen Gainwell come in there when he does come in because you got to remember in the Super Bowl loss, Gainwell was starting, like they benched Miles Sanders and they went with Gainwell. So he's been in the Super Bowl as a starting running back. And I think he had normal guy to tell you, look at Gainwell's stats in the Super Bowl. He had like 80 yards. So he is a complimentary second back. The Packers don't have one. We're going to give an update on the Buck. We're looking obviously the flight. We're looking at that Bucks and
normal guys playing 3-0.
Yeah, it's 3-0. So, Mike, how's it go? How does it go? Who the Eagles play next as far as the games coming up?
What's going on, Yoli? Look, if the Bucks win tonight, y'all play the Bucks. If Commanders win, you play the winner of tomorrow's game.
Okay.
Because now, you guys are the 2 seed, so you guys you get the home game, and the Lions will automatically get the worst seed left. So
they get
when they're the 6th seed, they go there.
Hey, Jesus, what you talking about? Barkley, Najee Harris?
He's saying if Najee comes off the Steelers, maybe Najee sits behind Barkley.
Oh my goodness! I like that. Jesus.
To be honest, that's not even just beneficial for Barkley. That's beneficial for Najee to where it's not all on him.
Oh, wait a minute, Finesse. I was just about to get into it. See, there's a difference between a New York midget and a Philadelphia bird. We Eagles. We don't run. Let me read the intro because Finesse didn't hear the intro, bro. Like, let me read it to you. The only bird that flies through a storm instead of away from it. A storm allows an eagle to enter a space it can normally reach in good weather. We like the rough weather. We want the Bucks, big dog. We want to dethrone the Bucks because they're always going to be there. And on the way to the chip, we want to beat everybody that has beaten us. So we want the Bucks. We don't want the Commanders. We know we're going to do the Commanders in. We want the Bucks because they've given Jalen Hurts 2 playoff losses. And once we dethrone the Bucks, then the monkey's off the back. It's time for Detroit or Minnesota. So that's false, bro. We want the Bucks, Mike. That's like Mike, picture the Browns in the playoffs. Y'all ducking the Steelers or the Bengals or the Ravens? Hell no.
I'm not ducking none of them. Who I want is the Chiefs because we should have beat them that year. That Chad Henne had that stupid 15-yard scramble.
Damn. seeing that in the nightmares. Browns fans are still seeing that.
That shit was horrible.
Yeah. Commanders beat the Bucks. You know, we split one with the Commanders, and that's it. And I would rather duck a divisional game with the Commanders than duck the Bucks.
Get it anyway, so it don't matter.
Steelers are a joke.
You ain't getting the Commanders because, like I said, they'll play the Lions unless
they
beat
right.
the Lions and you guys meet them in the
the
championship game. Yeah, there ain't no way you play the Commanders.
Y'all make sure y'all jump on the cheap seats tomorrow because we going in on the games, man. It's been some crazy games. I think I won my first playoff matchup in our bracket. I got my first playoff win today. Other than that, I'm terrible, bro. I'm terrible. I'm not even going. I thought it was going to be some upsets. The closest thing, but 22-10. This is how I feel though. If you don't think the Eagles are good enough to win a Super Bowl, how many teams do you know that can put up 22 points against a really good Packers team? They won 11 games, right? Put up 22 points against a Packers team that has the weapons, that has Josh Jacobs.
Damn.
No turnovers, and your number one deep threat weapon has one catch for 10 yards and 3 targets. He over there reading fucking, but my man was over there with the book.
Yeah, he was over there reading the book. That was crazy.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. And, you know, we blessed over here, Big Mike, you know, me and AJ, man, we might, you know what I mean? We be going back and forth on social media. Yo, he's starting to recognize. People are recognizing what me and Mike doing out here. I'm going to ask him where he got that book at. So, because that's what's going to keep him focused, Mike. You know what I mean? Because next week, when he go for $180, yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about Jalen, Mike.
It'll be just like before. Where he's like, is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted?
That what you want? Yeah, you know how AJ is, man. And I fuck with it. I was down on AJ earlier in the year because he's but I can understand now just seeing him with that book, seeing him trying to deflect his energy into positive thinking. The boy just want to win. You know what I mean? He didn't come here for no bullshit. He was in Tennessee, balling his ass off, not playing, not making any, not just having no chance. Went to the Super Bowl, this close, lost. Last year, the records he put up hit the colossal wall at the end. Now we at the point he's recognizing exactly what the league is seeing. The Eagles got the number one defense in the league and got maybe the best receiving core in football and got the best running back in the league. It's Super Bowl or bust, man. And yeah, it's not a good start today. But again, Mike, like I said, 22-10, no turnovers, and AJ Brown gets one catch. Would you have, if you would have seen those stats of AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, would you have said we would have won this game?
I'd have said it was a lot closer.
Yeah. At least like what?
Like a lot closer. I'd have said this would have been maybe a 3-point game.
Yeah. 20 to 19, 20 to 17 to 20, 22, 20 to 22. So yeah.
Hey, Jesus asking a question. Hutchins, I think he's talking about Judkins, but Judkins and Henderson from Ohio State. Would you take them as a running back number 2 behind Barkley?
Henderson. I like Henderson from Ohio State. I like Henderson. Who would you take, Mike, if you was Howie Roseman and you was the mad scientist after the year that he did last year?
Both them dudes got different qualities. Like Judkins is more of that finesse back. He's more of a Saquon in a sense, like the spin moves, stuff like that. Henderson's more of that power guy. And I think you guys need more of that, the power dude. Like Henderson, on 4th and 1. If you're not doing the tush push, Henderson is going to get you that damn 1 yard. And plus, he'll catch that ball at that backfield. We saw what he did against Texas. The boy took it 70 damn yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, either one of them to me, but Henderson probably would be the best compliment to Barkley.
I like that idea because that kind of reminds me of when the Eagles did win the Super Bowl. They did have 2 backs. Remember LeGarrette Blount?
Yeah, I know. LeGarrette,
Yeah, remember? Yeah, we had
he's coming back next year. He said he's going to be a starter somewhere.
LeGarrette Blunt.
Yeah, he said he's been working out, getting himself right, mind, body, and everything. So he'll be
How
back.
old is? Damn, he's been out the league. He's been out the league since 18. Damn, it's been.
I don't know if it was 18 because y'all won the Super Bowl. He's been out the league maybe a little after that because I think he went to Tampa Bay after that. Went back to Tampa Bay.
Well, we won the Super Bowl in 17, and yeah, Blunt. Yeah, there you go, finesse. He know his Eagles history. Blunt and Ajayi. And that was, and neither of them two are Saquon Barkley, but the combination of Ajayi's speed, his elusiveness, and then LeGarrette Blunt wearing you down, and that's how they beat the Patriots. They was able to wear down that defense. Saquon Barkley, phenom, man. Like I said, y'all see the picture in the background, jumping backwards, spin move. He had a 6 spin move today for like he makes the -2 yards look crazy. But is he Derrick Henry? Right. -2 yards is the best play of the game. It was stupid. But is he Derrick Henry? Is he going to be able to wear you? That's another key. We're going to see, we've never seen Saquon. This is his first home game ever, bro, in the playoffs. It's crazy. This dude, man, just, never finesse. That's ridiculous, right? Ain't that ridiculous, Mike? But it's, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we're gonna see, can Saquon be that fourth down? I mean, he's shown it all year, but now we at the end of the year. You saw the Packers injuries. Guys are beat up. It's all about attrition right now. You're trying to get through the season. Everybody's fighting, man. Everybody blood, sweat, and tears. They all on it. Is Saquon gonna be when Jalen has that, when they start locking AJ and Devontae up? Is Jalen gonna be able? Is Saquon gonna be able to make those breaks and then big play? Like, bruh, I mean, I could Mike, did you see the last play of the game when Saquon had the 70-yard break for the touchdown and then slid?
No, I hadn't.
Yeah. It was the last play of the game, bro. He broke, like, touchdown. And it was 70 yards. He went 30 yards and took a slide, like, all right, I'm done. It's a wrap.
But that's because he wanted to get it down, let the time run off. It was about time then. It was.
That's what I love about Saquon, man. Leadership, man. It's not all about rubbing it in your face and trying, I'm about to get the 70-yard touchdown, send y'all home. What if he pulls a hamstring on that shit, trying to blow it up, right? Instead, he said he's doing what's best for the team, and that's why he didn't go for the record. We're going to put an asterisk next to that Saquon Barkley name, for real, Mike, because we all know the Giants would have let him get that record. They would have, because they want that pick.
That was crazy what they did. Just like the Patriots. Joe Milton went out there and balled out, and everybody's dogging this young-ass quarterback who's a backup, came in there, and they're dogging him because he went out there and played his ass off. You can't be mad at a dude because he's got to show out. He might not be on that team next year now because he showed the hell out. He might have a position somewhere. So you can't be mad at these dudes for going out there and balling out even though they should have lost, or in our fandom, how we look at it, like if you're going to lose so we can get a pick, them players aren't looking at it like that.
Who you got, Mike, real quick on another? Vikings or Rams tomorrow?
God, it's hard with that game.
I know. So hard.
Hard as hell, boy, because I know what the Rams are capable of, and I know what Matt Stafford can do. I got to go with the Vikings, though.
Yeah, I'm leaning to the Vikings, even though they're saying that Cooper Kupp's playing. I would in the direction of the Birds on the flight and seeing who they're gonna play. If I had to match up against either team, we beat the Rams kind of pretty handily this year, but we've had really good success against the Vikings. And I'm gonna bet against Sam Darnold than I'm betting against Matt Stafford. So especially if Cooper Kupp's healthy. So I'm hoping in the
hoping the Vikings win.
Yeah. So I'd rather see the Vikings and Sam Darnold than see a healthy Puka, a healthy Kupp, a hot Matt Stafford. Even though we did beat them, either team, but the Bucks are on our radar. I feel like everyone in the city, everyone that's watching football wants to. Even the Bucks, they want us. They want to beat us a third time in 5 years.
Well, you see,
So
Norma guy says Commanders 7-3.
7-3.
They're up
Okay.
7-3. They just scored a touchdown.
Big Mike trade for Joe Milton or Tanner McKee, Browns. What's up, Sean? What up? You saw them birds. It's the flight. We here. We coming for them Chiefs. If y'all make it. If y'all make it there. Mike, so Mike, watching the game as we wrapping up the flight, we're going to do a play. Obviously, it's playoff time, man. It's wild card weekend. We're going to be jumping into the flight as long as we still in flight in this playoff. We're going to be doing pre-shows and after shows along with the weekly shows. What if as far as what you've seen from the Eagles, no matter who they play next round, what do they got to do different? And what do they have to do? You picked them to win the Super Bowl. That's why you won the flight. What do they got to do going forward, Mike?
They got to get that offense running. AJ's got to be a part of it. It can't be 1 catch, 10 yards, and only 3 targets. It cannot be that.
Nah,
it can't be that. Well, you got to use that man the way he's supposed to be used. And if you got to throw little dummy routes to him, he can get that yak yardage. Let him do it.
Yeah.
Let him get them yards after catch, but you have to get him involved. He has to feel involved in the game. Otherwise, yeah, he's going to go sit on the bench and read motivational quotes the rest of the game. You don't want that shit. You want him to take those motivational quotes, come to this next game, catch every single pass you throw at this boy. Give him like seven receptions, get him over 100 and let this boy feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, because to me, it doesn't make sense. No bubble screens, 3 targets. I mean, Kellen Moore. Who do you blame that on? You blame that on Kellen Moore or Jalen Hurts more? Like, Jalen's out there trying to find the open guy, but isn't it Kellen Moore's job to get these guys plays?
It is, but I also give credit to the Packers defense because they were locking him up and they made sure they took him out the game too. So
Yeah.
it's a mix. Kellen could have probably did some bubble screens or some stupid little routes to get him the ball, but the Packers were also doing their job.
Oh, yeah, Sean, you know what it is. Hey, what Jesus just called it, rematch. Chiefs, Eagles. Yo, if I'm going to tell you this, Sean, if you want to ride with your dog, I'm already making plans. If the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to Philly already. I'm already going. So you can ride with me. I got room for you, dog. You my dog. So you right with that, Mike. Yeah, you can't. You got to feed your number 1 target. Even though Devontae ate a little bit, Goddard ate a little bit. If they're playing a better team, then it's a problem. It's probably a L. But at the end of the day, this defense is holding it. You got to give this defense a little more help. Stop putting I do like to play. Man, Jalen. That's how I said Jalen was off. I don't know if you saw it, but they did it was 3rd and 1. Tush push. First time I've ever seen it. And I'm like, why don't they do this shit? They know the tush push coming. He did it. Jalen faked the tush push and hit AJ for the 40-yard touchdown. He was covered, but if it was a better throw, he would have made it. So I see them trying to get at least I've seen that deep ball. But other than that, you're right. You got to be able. It's kind of like the same situation when I talk about the Dolphins, and that's the reason why Tyreek Hill gonna bounce. It's because there's no excuse to have the top 5 receiver in the league and not get him at least 5 to 10 targets a game, right? Don't make sense.
You got to get him more than 5. That dude is your offense. You got to make sure he gets in there, especially if Waddle's having a trash year.
Yeah. Anytime you got a top 5 receiver, I don't care if Devontae Smith. Yes, Devontae Smith's a beast. He could be a number 1 on any other team as well. But when you got an AJ Brown, you gotta script up at least 10 to 15 looks, right? That's what we saying, Mike. If you're the quarterback, you want to be able to look at your number 1 receiver and have 10 to 15 scripted plays for him, right?
Oh, yeah. And again, I can understand, yes, they probably the defense had a hand in taking him out the game. I definitely Xavier McKinney, all them boys. I get that because their secondary is amazing this year. But it's you still got to do the stupid little routes, get him cutting underneath. Just short routes, throw him the ball. He'll make up the yards. The dude's got moves and he's fast.
Yeah, he'll break it. And plus, at the end of the day, you get those like they don't understand. The more you throw to those receivers, the more you got a better chance of getting flags and penalties too. So those are yards too, right?
Yeah.
So they were double teaming AJ. So I think that's why AJ was over there with his book. He was like, okay, they're gonna double team me. So they taking me out the game. Now we can move the ball around. So Mike, Jesus said we going live. What we going live tomorrow, 1:30 for the month for the man cave?
1:30 tomorrow. Cheap seats.
Yeah,
we'll go live. Probably the same with Tuesday with Sports Madness. It'll be 1:30 to maybe noon.
Yeah.
It'll be noon to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we live. It's the flight. Philly stand up, man. We made it past the week. Hey, we happy with the win. It's close, but it's a good team in the Packers. We'll be man cave is rocking all week. Most feelers here, Mike. Mike, you still before we ride out, you still riding with them birds, right? You ain't switched up on me because you called that in the beginning.
I'm still riding with you guys. Just Jalen's got to start coming together a little more. Cobweb's got to get shooken out now. I get it. He had a game after the concussion. There is no excuse this next game.
I'm with you, Finesse. If we don't win the Eagles, if the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, I'm cooking them because I'm cooking Jalen Hurts. At the end of the day, I've been one of them. I've been on the blogs against Eagles fans, really defending Jalen Hurts because he's a good dude and he's a leader. If he didn't talk what he talk and have his swag about being a leader, maybe I wouldn't. But I've been backing him up. A lot of Philly people are backing him, but a lot of people are against him because of what you just see stat-wise. It's easy to see when he's not playing good. So I'm going to give him, this is the one pass, Mike. One pass. Now, from now on, we back at home, right? The only team we're going to be on the road again against is Detroit. We all looking forward to that NFC Championship game. Hopefully it happens. But this is my last ride with Jalen Hurts. I'm riding or dying with him.
Him and Nick Sirianni. They're both gone if this shit don't.
Oh, yeah. Nick is gone regardless. Like, at the end of the day, what is he even doing out there? Like, what is he doing? Just yelling at the refs? Like, he almost,
He's got the easy job now. He just holds up that shit and acts like he's doing something.
Call timeout.
Flag when needs to.
Yeah. He doesn't even call it. He doesn't even call the tush pushes no more. So really, at the end of the day, I know we stuck with Hurts, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to defend him no more. I've been defending him, but if I don't see, I got to at least see what we saw against the Chiefs. If I see for the rest of the playoffs what we saw in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
Nah, you can't do that on him. You can't put 300 plus on him.
No, Mike. I'm not statistically.
You got to see him play at that level.
Listen, I just need to see him play like he was playing in the. I mean,
you go a couple weeks back when he had that game and went lights out. Look, he don't even have to be something crazy spectacular. 250, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. Nope. That right there is exactly what you need.
Yeah, 20, 40 to 30 to 50 yards rushing, man. You know how he is. He's a dual threat. If I see that and we make it to the Super Bowl and we play the Chiefs, I think this will be different because this is a different defense. This is the only reason why we won this game is because of defense. So if Jalen can do that, then I feel like, yes, people are going to still call him a system quarterback. Most quarterbacks are. Not everybody's Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Everybody's a system quarterback. They'll win the chip because he can fall back on the defense. You agree, Mike?
Yeah, the defense is going to carry this team regardless of the fact that Saquon in this D is what's going to do, but you need Jalen to do his part. Mm-hmm. And Jesus saying Tanner McKee will replace Hurts sooner than later, or what?
I like Tanner McKee, bro. Like, I like him. Obviously, when I saw the depth chart today, I seen Kenny Pickens ahead of Tanner McKee. McKee didn't even dress, and I'm like, it's all in the name, man. Kenny Pickett is nowhere near the talent of Tanner McKee. Stop
Tanner
it, Eagles.
McKee. You don't even know where does this dude come from, Tanner McKee.
Bro, I don't even know. Same place they got Braun from, like Howie Roseman. I mean, mind you, DK, we think of names like Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf. All good. Those are misses. Jalen Reagor. Like, total blown shit, right? It happens. But at the end of the day, if you got Justin and you got DK, maybe you wouldn't have got both. But now you still got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. I mean, you can't go too bad with those two. You know, they're still top receivers. But for him to go out and get Zach Braun and turn him into a Pro Bowler and then go get Tanner McKee should be the backup. I said this in the preseason. I couldn't even watch the Eagles preseason game watching Kenny Pickett in his baby hands. I said Tanner McKee is the second best quarterback on this team. But hey, Zeus, if Jalen Hurts do what he did today, next week, and for the next 3 weeks, I'm with you. Tanner McKee steps in there. Hell yeah. Stanford.
He's from Stanford. That's where he's from. Yeah.
Stanford. Yeah. Man, Jaden Daniels supposed to be a giant.
There's a lot of supposed to be's and a lot of different ways.
I mean, it's a lot of supposed. It's supposed to be sunny today too. It wasn't.
Yeah, Tanner McKee, when Hurts' contract expires, if they keep him and that's how it works, then yeah, that's what it should be. Tanner should just step right up in.
I think after this year, Tanner's gonna. I think they just pay him respect to Kenny Pickett because he grew up an Eagles fan. He from Jersey. They got pictures of him with a Kelly Green jersey on. So fucking what? Like, it's talent, bro. I feel like they letting Kenny Pickett keep his spot because he didn't do anything to lose it. But at the end of the day, Tanner McKee, talent-wise, is better. They're going to release Kenny Pickett. They're going to keep Tanner McKee. And Jalen Hurts going to be looking over his shoulder. We'll see after this week. Like I said, I'm going to give him a pass because of the cobwebs. I could just see it. You know, he looked better running the ball. Like everybody say, he's a running back. That's a quarterback. He didn't make any mistakes, but just his rhythm. You could tell his rhythm, his timing was off. I mean, I counted at least 2-3 times where he had 7 to 10 seconds. He just held the ball. And Jalen Hurts, when you're on the sideline and you know you about to run, but at the end of the day, you know that you can't get to the line of scrimmage. It's okay to throw the ball out of bounds. Don't slide and take a 2-yard sack for a loss. That shit just baffles me, Mike. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think AJ asked to leave if they don't win the Super Bowl because he knows what this team's building to be. I think there's going to be a lot of discussion about Hurt. Hey, I hope you get better, normal guy. I saw that you said something about having a fever and stuff. Hopefully you get better, man.
Everybody's sick. I was just sick, bro. It's a lot of shit going on out here.
But yeah, I don't think AJ goes nowhere. He sees the defense building up. Saquon's there, Devontae Smith's there. I don't think he'll want to leave. Again, they'll have to attack the quarterback position or deal with the coaching. Definitely, the coaching's gonna have to be dealt with. But
yeah, no, I think
AJ leaves.
I think AJ's loyal. I think at the end of the day, look where AJ came from. You want to go back to Tennessee?
Nah, he ain't going to Tennessee, but there are teams that will pay that, man. That will take.
Oh yeah. But at the end of the day, he got his check. He got more than Devontae. I mean, yes, he's a better.
Oh yeah, he should get more than him, but
I mean, yeah, but Devontae creeping up on. I mean,
would you trade him though if the right package came?
No, I mean when you cannot look, you cannot give up the combo of having the top three receiving core in football. I mean, the Dolphins about to break their top 3 up, and who knows, Jalen Waddle. I don't know. Jalen Waddle ain't as good as Devontae Smith, if you ask me. But then you got the Bengals and you got the Texans. The Eagles are 1, 2, or 3. You can't break that up. You can't break up 2 number ones. You really can't. So Jalen's under the pressure. I respected the kid for dealing with the pressure. There's a lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts because he knows that if he fumbles this shit, this could be a dynasty with this young defense, and he won't be a part of it. And if he leaves, because I think he's really good friends with Jay, as much as people say they're not friends, they are, but it's sports, man. It's like if me and Mike were on a team. Me and Mike go back 20 years. Me and Mike on a team. He the tight end, I'm the quarterback, or he the lineman, and he missing blitzes and he getting me fucked up. I'm coming to Mike like, Mike, what the fuck, bro? Like,
oh yeah,
you're supposed to be my
hold
blind
people
side.
accountable. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, but then after that, we're gonna go get a beer and talk about it. We can be like, bro, all right, man. And then Mike do the same thing. Like, I'm blocking for you, but you're not. I keep seeing dudes open, but you're not hitting.
I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, just because they're really good friends don't mean that they're gonna be great teammates. So at the end of the day, if Jalen Hurts leaves, I feel like AJ, who knows? It depends on how good Tanner McKee is. If AJ is in practice looking at Tanner McKee, like, this dude don't miss no throws. I mean, you might.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, normal guy, that could never happen. Carter's going to go in the top 10. But I think they do need a defensive end. I think the Eagles do need to draft a defensive end.
Normal guy, I like that. I like them picks. Normal guy, that dude know his football.
Yeah, you're good. Unrealistic.
Yeah, very unrealistic.
Unrealistic, man.
But look. Understand something. It's the flight. It's the flight. We already know who's on his way to Philly. We already know who's packing his shit and putting his star up so he can go back to Penn State. I mean, back home.
See, Micah's really coming. Huh?
Yeah, Micah is deaf, man. Micah been trolling the Eagles because he wants to. There's a reason why he don't never say nothing about the Giants or the Commanders. He always trolling the Eagles. He always calling Eagles on his podcast. Who does that? The man coming to Philly. Micah Parsons coming to Philly. And then, guys like to stay home, man. Like you from Penn State, you from the PA area. Kenny Pickett, Steelers, Eagles, Freiermuth, I mean, these guys want to go, they want to stay home. So it's a possibility, like Abdul Carter.
I don't know if Dean's out for the playoffs. They haven't said that yet, right? They haven't got no information on that yet.
Nah, he didn't, but he didn't look hurt. They know they carted him off. It wasn't like he was in pain and he walked off. It looks like a sprain, but Finesse knows that's key. Like, that's key. We open the show with that. Zach Braun is the Pro Bowler. He will get a heavy contract. He is but Nakobe Dean, right before that play, I was writing down in my notes about the game, and Nakobe Dean made two awesome. Soon as Nakobe Dean went out the game, that's when you saw Josh Jacobs had that 38-yard touchdown. If you notice, Nakobe Dean is the middle anchor of that defense. Once he went down, Jacobs took off and ran over the whole defense. Nakobe Dean would have stuck him, or at least held him for somebody else to come get him. But he was carted off the field, but he walked off on his own power. So, but Mike, yeah, that's key. Like, injuries are key right now. Everybody's got injuries. But I feel like I would rather have Zach Braun out there, even though they're a tandem because they're linebackers. I'd be more in emergency mode if Zach Braun went down than what's the name? Than Dean. But it's a big loss, but we'll get over it because we got to score more than 22 points.
The offense has got to start stepping up more.
Yeah, they said he got a brace on his left knee, so he's probably going to miss next week. Let's hope he can get ready for the NFC Championship. I feel like we're going to need him, but if we really need him, we're going to need him against that Detroit team. We're going to need him against Laporta and them tight ends, because without Nakobe Dean on that defense, Laporta might, now you just got Braun, and Braun will be paying attention to the running back. Laporta might go nuts on this defense. So we'll see. We'll see how it go, Mike. We'll see. We'll see how it breaks down. So what's the score? Who got the score on the game before we roll up? Tight game. What, second quarter?
It's about to be halftime.
Oh shit, it's half.
It ain't already halftime now.
It might be. So, we're gonna be streaming all week, Man Cave. Y'all know what it is. Most Fila is the flight. Finesse, you're gonna have to, we're gonna be here for a few more weeks. So, and Montgomery's back. Damn, Finesse. Yep. Why you hit me? He hit me with all this. He letting me know that it's gonna be a grind, right?
Definitely is.
We want to thank y'all for tuning into the flight. Big Mike is here, the honorary captain for the Eagles. Since the Browns aren't there, 10-3 Commanders just kicked a field goal. Normal guy, that's that boy right there. If you need any stats, holler at him. So, Mike, on the outro, Just so Finesse don't understands that other birds, they usually run from storm weather. Eagles actively engage these stronger winds and instead of seeking shelter, uses the turbulence to push themselves higher, propelling flight. So we not scared of the bucks. We will see y'all soon. Open. You know, y'all know what it is. The Flight, Man Cave Mike. Peace out, brother.
There's one thing I want you to do.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
What are we waiting for?
You know what you gotta do. Do it.
How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They gonna black out. We gonna get one black out. Stay together and keep fighting. Now we have enough of them. You hear everything that move. Touchdown. Ryan Westbrook, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get into it all day. Relentless, relentless, relentless. Are you spirit? Are you power? Are you love? Give me what you got. Right here. Right now. If you ain't ready for a fight, go ahead and go home. Because that's what this gonna be for 4 quarters. A fight. We always win when we fight together.
That's how winning is done.
Now get out there.